Hello, programmers! Today we're going to talk about a graph theory algorithm called breadth first search. Let's look at this picture. Imagine that each of those circles is a vertex in our graph, and it represents maybe a city that we want to visit. And each line is an edge in the graph, and that's maybe a road, and you can go between cities and cities by following the roads. Well, let's say that we want to visit every city at least once. Instead of just endlessly circling or randomly choosing which city to go to next, we're going to follow a systematic approach to try to visit each of the cities and make sure we hit them all at least once. So you could use something like this in finding your minimum spanning trees, in shortest distance problems with web crawlers. You know how one web page will have a hyperlink linking to another web page, which has a hyperlink that links to another website. Well, if you're crawling different web pages, you don't want to be circling endlessly, going from one page to the same page to the same page. We want to have some kind of systematic approach here. Let's simplify it. Let's assume that there's just two cities that we want to visit, city number 1 and city number 2. Well, you might have a one-way road that connects you from city 1 to city 2, and it doesn't go back the other way. Or you could have a road that can go both ways. So we call this the directed and the undirected graph. So it depends on whether or not you can go from 1 to 2 and then back from 2 to 1. So if there's only one direction you can go, I'm going to put an arrow there for a directed graph. So let's do a quick little example to show a small map, and then we'll look at our larger map. Let's say Winnie the Pooh wants to visit some locations in the book. He's got Piglet's house, his own house, the Kanga and Roo have a house. He might want to visit Rabbit's house and Eeyore's house. So let's say those are the 5 vertices for our graph. And then we can connect the vertices with edges. Really, aside from going through the water might be a problem, really we could have a lot of different possible connections here, but I'm just going to make some up. So there's a couple different paths that we can take. It's not a very complicated graph. Again, we've got 5 different vertices, and we've also got 5 different edges. The first thing with our graph is to make it easier to talk about. I'm going to choose one of these vertices to be the root, and I'm going to place that at the top. I'm just going to go ahead and pick Eeyore's place as the root. And Eeyore has 2 children. So there's Rabbit's house as a child and Pooh's house as a child. So those are actually at level 1 and Eeyore's at level 0. Okay, this is the same graph, but I've just rearranged it. So my root node is at the top. So that root node, we'll say that is our level 0. And then all the children of that root node are going to be our next level, level 1. And then finally, we've got the children of the children, or the grandchildren, level 2. With a breadth first search, we are going to start with the root node, and we're going to visit that Eeyore's house will be the first one we visit. Then we'll look at the children. And you could go to either Rabbit's house or Pooh's house next. So if this is on a test, there's either going to be more than one right answer, or the teacher will have to give you something like choose the smallest one alphabetically, or if these were numbers, choose the biggest or the smallest number. So I'm going to just choose Pooh's house next. And then Rabbit's will be next. And then we can go on to the children of the children. So level 2, we've got Piglet's house, and then finally Kanga's house. And again, these could be reversed. You could visit them in the opposite order if you wanted to. I'm going to start with a representation of this graph in code. There's more than one way to represent a graph like this. I'm going to use an adjacency list. So I've got a Python dictionary where the different vertices are my keys to the dictionary, and the values are lists that talk about all the connections that that node has. Let's define a function for breadth first search that takes the graph as well as the root node, the one we want to start with. We'll start with a couple empty Python lists. One is going to represent all the visited nodes in the order that we're visiting them, and the other is a queue to keep track of which node we want to still go back and look at the children for. So we'll start with updating both of these and appending that root. And next, we'll do a while loop. While the queue is not empty, we'll go ahead and pop something off of the queue, or the front of the queue. And then for all of the children, if the child has not been visited yet, then we can go ahead and visit it and add that to our list of visited nodes. And put it in the queue to see if we need to visit its children next. All right. And at the end of all this, if we print that visited Python list, it should show us the order that we visited things in. We just need to call the function now, and we need to decide, which of these is our root node. I'm going to try it with Eeyore. I need to spell it right though. And we'll go ahead and hit run. And bam, this matches the order that we were visiting the nodes when we were just looking at the picture. So let's go back to our original problem, and I will translate the graph into this list of each node and the adjacent nodes that you can reach by following the edges. And we will try to do the breadth first search starting at position 1. So we call the function, our root is position 1. That's the only thing in the visited list and the visited queue. We go into the while loop. We pop, and that will remove whatever's in position 0. Again, we have this first in, first out behavior. We have a queue here, and we've called the variable queue. So whatever we put in, that's the first thing that's going to come out. So we go ahead and pop that off the queue, and we look at all the children of 1. Well, 1 has 2 children, 2 and 12, so we go ahead and add that to the queue. If they're not, as long as they're not visited, and the first time through they haven't been visited yet. We go through our while loop because our queue isn't empty, and we pop off the most recent thing added. So that's 2. Go ahead and pop that off. We check 2's children, and if the child has not been visited before, isn't in that visited list or the list of things to visit, then we'll go ahead and add that to the visited list. This is the list of things that we need to visit. And we'll also append it to our queue. Go through the loop again. The next thing we're going to grab is 12. We'll look at 12's children, 1, 11, and 14. And for each of those, if they are not already in this list of things that we have a plan to visit, then we're going to go ahead and add those. And also add them to the queue. And we keep going. And now we're going to pop off 3. We'll keep going with 13, 11, 14, everything on this same row we're going to visit. Then the algorithm has us visiting the next row, 4, 9, and 8. And finally, the last row, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 15. And that's it. And when we run it, we can see that the order that we're predicting for the breadth first search is exactly what we get. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy programming!